And that will happen only when we frequently meet, discuss, and see what are the strategies and points which are mutually beneficial. Because as we know that industry works for product and profit. Currently, if you look at the course curriculum in the institutions, they are very much content heavy, but less are focused on the problem solving approach of the skill. So this is another big gap which we need to work on and see how our students, when they are coming with a different background, spending their time in our campuses, 4 years, 5 years, along with their degrees, are they coming out with the skills which are required for the industry? Again, this will be the topic of the discussion, and we need to see how we can fulfill all these gaps. So with these brief remarks, again, I am very much thankful for all our speakers and panelists for taking out their time from their busy schedule, because I know they are heading different departments in their industry and the institutions, and they have agreed to come and participate in the discussion and show also the path to lead on the topic what we are looking for, the skill development. With this brief remarks, I am thankful to all.
Thank you, sir, for that welcome address and setting the tone for our panel discussion. We start with some speaker lectures. Requesting our first speaker of the day, Dr. Mayank Trivedi, Director General HR, DRDO, Ministry of Defence, Government of India, to please come and share his views on this topic.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Rana Pratap Singh, respected Director, Acadmic University, my beloved and my very much revered senior scientist, as well as Chief Controller of DRDO, Director General of DRDO, Dr. Sarvam Murthy, all the panelists on the dais, all the faculty members of Gautam Buddha University, all the students, industry partners, which really make very important role with DRDO, other academicians, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to you all. First of all, I am thankful to Gautam Buddha University that for giving me this opportunity to share my ideas, my views, because this is a forum where I can tell what the academia partnership and how we can synergize our efforts for making our country Atmanirbhar and making the Viksit Bharat as it has been given a clear call by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Just I have got I was told at 10 minutes of time after coming here, a pleasant surprise came from Vice Chancellor that I am giving 15 minutes, but anyway, I will try to utilize the full time. Next slide. Next. Just I want to tell you the organization from where I come from. This is DRDO, Defence R&D Organization. You must be knowing about it quite well. If you do not know much, then you must be knowing Agni missile system. You must be knowing Prithvi, BrahMos, Nag missile system, Akash missile system, with fantastic work in Operation Sindoor. So we are from that organization. Today we three people are sitting in myself, Dr. Sarvam Murthy and Dr. Rajiv Ashton. And today I am here in front of you. I want to just tell you about the DRDO. You talk about anything, right from that day-to-day version for the Indian Armed Forces at high altitude to anti-satellite missile system. We do everything for armed forces. We are technologically very much agile. We work along with industry and academia We do not take a single project without involving academia and industry. So I tell you, you are all sitting here are potential partner of DRDO. You are partner is where, otherwise you are very potential partner of DRDO. So here you can see electronics and communication system we work, missile and strategic system we work, aeronautical systems, armaments, combat vehicles, naval systems, materials, microelectronic devices, computational systems, solar support system, which is very, very important part where we are providing all the life science support to the soldier, because in Indian terrain there is a 55 plus degree Celsius temperature during hot summers in western border like Jaisalmer. There is a minus 45 to minus 50 degrees Celsius at Siachen. We have to cater all the requirement. Their solar support system, what you call in general language life sciences, becomes very important. Next. Here is very important try to understand. We go in the spiral R&D mode, where the concept level we start from various qualitative requirements, roadmap, technology forecast, world scenarios, etc. And at TRL 1, technology readiness level 1, we start engaging the academia, all the S&T projects, where all the academia people can come and join us. I will show you more than 1100 crores we have funded to academia in last few years. Then when the TRL is little higher, technology readiness level little higher, that time we involve the industry, where the science part is over, now we are going for the engineering part. When the applied part is started, where the prototype development starts, the industry also comes in picture. And then finally when TRL goes 7 and 8, where we are ready to go for the trial, production, etc. That time the industry. But during this spiral growth, continuously various technologies are coming up. It is not necessary once missile we are making the missile system as a technology transfer is done. It is done. But during the course of development of missile, development of any torpedo, development of sonar or radar, various types of communication technologies, materials technologies are being developed. And those technologies also will transfer to the industry because they can exploit it further better. And also, for all the technology development industry, along with industry, academia is our integral partner. Next. So here our key is innovation. We believe that we have to be innovative, we have to do something which is really a niche technology and others cannot do. See, I just give you one example, you understand everything. When my soldier is there at Pakistan border, it is not that only the good technology and good weapons is going to fight the war. His moral should be very high. And how to make the moral high? If my soldier knows that whatever technology, whatever system, whatever the weapon he is having, that weapon system is either superior to whatever Pakistan is having, or at least equal to whatever Pakistan is having, only then he can fight. And mind it, our adversaries are having all the weapons which are of the origin of America and Europe. So whatever the weapon system we are providing to our Indian soldier, that is matching that technology or rather exceeding that technology. It means that technologies are, whatever the homegrown technology we are giving, they are really world class. And that's how the Honorable Prime Minister gives always this call, we have to be more and more indigenous, more and more Swadeshi. So this is the system that we are doing, and this Swadeshi, the power we have seen during Operation Sindoor, our Brahman missile system, our Akash missile system, our cyber security system, our satellite systems, our directed energy weapon system, laser system, they have really performed so well that we could finish the war within 7 minutes when Pakistan came, calling our DGMO kindly stop war. We are not in a position to fight for that. So this is the strength because of we all scientists, academicians, industries, we are working together. I am very happy among the panelists, L&T person is there, and L&T is a very close partner of DRDO. And recently, whatever you see the light tank, that light tank has been done by L&T along with DRDO. That Joravar. Next. So, I will just tell you a few things about the R&D ecosystem for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Next. Today, if you see the present government, the type of options, the type of possibilities they have created for the industries and academia they were never before. And continuously they are being increased day by day. Right from the demand and market to calls like pushing a startup India, make in India, increase FDI cap, other funding, finances, etc. Then again you talk about the ministry, then the ITDM policy, more than 500 products are in the positive list by DDP. Means those items, they are inviting industry, please come and do it. Then more than 5,000 items are there in utilization list, where those items were being imported in India and the government has opened up to the industry, please come and utilize them. Order ensured. Offset policies are there, IDEX is there, make 1, 2, 3, like DRDO, the yellow one you think you go. The TOT, more than 500 product list, DRDO has declared that we will not work in that. If you want any hand holding, we will give you that industry do it. Then Technology Development Fund, I have the separate slide where we are funding the industry more than up to 50 crores. And all those things have come up, and this is a sign that government and the government organization are quite agile to support the industry and academia, so that total R&D ecosystem leading to the production and the self-reliance in the country is pushed up. Next. Now if you see the enabling industry provisions, it is just a simple thing I would like to tell you. If you talk about the transfer of technology, DRDO has more than 2,100 transfer of technology, and in 2,100 more than 3,000 industries have taken the TOT. Similarly, the number of patents, so many patents are there. And all these patents, let me tell you, they are available free of cost to any industry. They want to develop the technology over it. It is provided. It is provided. Thank you. Then, Technology Development Fund, 80 projects awarded, 100 plus under sanction, where 50 crores we are giving the project value. One project 50 crores up to 50 crores, and supply order is short. Then you talk about DRDO test facilities, because the type of test facilities we have got, other people cannot afford, because if suppose I talk about the radar test facility like Orange, it is some 800 crores. The 800 crores only with a public funding can be done. Probably private industry as on date probably may not like to invest, but it is available for you. Any industry, any academic can come and work in there. And moreover, whatever the charges are being taken from you, they are very nominal because we are not competitive organization. So we do not get any profit margin. Then there will be contests are there for the students. They can come, they can be funded in few crores. Whatever the dream is there, what the idea is there in their mind, that idea they can fructify. Then DRDO based system, more than 50,000 crores worth of items have been exported last financial year. And similarly, DRDO has got the provision where we can provide a technical consultancy, etc. also to industry. Now, if you see the DRDO Industry Academia Center of Excellence, we have developed 15. All over the country, if you see all these IITs, various engineering colleges, various universities, we have developed. And here you can see the funding we have done so far, 1110 crores. So we are not shying away from the funding, just to make the universities, the institutions much more stronger, because finally the students who are getting trained there on various high technologies, they are going to be an asset to the country. And finally you will be joining DRDO, private company, whatever it is, finally you are going to serve the country. So this is the R&D ecosystem need to be developed. And the various major technologies you see, I will leave my slides with Dr. Rajiv Varshney. There you can see all the areas where we can work together. If you find any good idea, if you really want to do this project, we are looking to fund the project, and I understand a lot of talent is there. Where sometimes this is unsung talent is there, because suppose I am as a DGHR standing in front of you, you are seeing me and listening to me. But let me tell you, there might be many scientists sitting here, in the GBU, who might be much more superior to me. So how to bring their talent out? These are the methods where those talents can be brought out. So I will please make full utilization of that. Just TTF is very important thing. It is for primarily for industry. Where right now we are funding the 50 crore, where the academia can also be involved. And right now you see major technologies, where you can see the predictive maintenance, the IML, MiG-29K, then JT coolers, etc., avionics engine for LRUs, They are very, very important technology for our aerodynamic missions, aero missions. And these things are being developed by industry and academia. And sure supply orders are there because these projects are only given based on the requirement projected by the projects of Indian Armed Forces. So what is the way ahead? Now it is just I'm completing my presentation. The way ahead is synergistic partnership. Suppose if I am a DRDO and I say I can do everything alone, I think I am fooling myself. There is nothing possible in this so much interwoven world that anybody can do anything alone. Even at home when we work, we find a lot of support from our parents, support from our spouses, from our various other help. Finally, we have to have interdependency, and this interdependency is very important thing for inclusive development. If I develop alone as a DRDO, I do production myself, R&D myself, it is not the right way for developing a nation, to make the country Atmanirbhar. Inclusive development means that each and every person, each and every organization, entity, they have to be brought together, whatever they can contribute as per their capabilities, as per their capacities, we should engage them. So here, academia plays very, very important role. Let me tell you, this biggest impetus was given on the academic contribution by Dr. Sardamurthy when he was Director General in DRDO. And basically, what academia can do, he brought it out, and today, whatever you are seeing, the academia 1100 crore worth of projects are being funded. Sometime back, I think 20 or 25 years back, the seeds were shown by Dr. Sardamurthy and his colleagues. That's how we have come to this level. So this research part, the R&D part, the academia, DRDO play very important role. But again, development and production, industry is playing very important role. But now we are not seeing industry only for the development and the production. Now we are building industry in the R&D mode also. Joravar tank, that assault rifle, Baddeep Group Private Limited at Hyderabad. There are many such examples like fire control system and data pattern. Many such examples are there where the industries have come up with very good R&D capabilities, and today DRDO is funding them for R&D too, not only through TDF. TDF is the one mode of R&D. Otherwise, as a development partner, as a development and production partner, DRDO is funding them. So basically, we being the government organization, we want to develop the ecosystem where every entity, let it be academia, let it be industry, let it be SMEs, let me tell you, major work of the UAV etc. is being done by one of the startups in Noida. So like that, many industries that like that they are joining us, and that's how the synergized ecosystem will be developed. The innovation and new technologies will be taken care of. And here we promise one thing: we will provide a strong hand holding. It is not that we transfer the technology and we give you the project, we come out of that. No, we are with you. Whenever any problem is there, my scientists will go to you, they will discuss with you, they will solve your problems and make the project, everything ready, product ready. They will help you in that our country to get the new innovative product. This is the only way to make our country Atmanirbhar Bharat. That will lead by 2047 as the call has been given by Honorable Prime Minister Viksit Bharat. So just, I just wanted to short tell you only this much. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Any question is there, I will be happy to reply you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mayank Trivedi. Very insightful, very informative. And here it's noteworthy to add that Sir is the recipient of the Agni Award for Excellence in Self-Reliance and also the Lab Scientist of the Year Award, in addition to the Water Sustainability Award. So congratulations and thank you for being with us here today. Now coming to the second speaker we have, Professor Dhanlakshmi, School of Biotechnology, the Gautam Buddha University. Dr. Dhanlakshmi is not only a PhD from the Jawaharlal Nehru University of New Delhi, India, but has also completed 2 postdoctoral trainings, one from Tokyo, Japan, and second from Denver, USA. Inviting you, ma'am, and looking forward to hearing your thoughts.
Good morning to all the delegates on the dais and all the participants. and it's my honor today that I am able to share some of my thoughts with you. Can I have the slides? So I'll just briefly introduce our university before going to my talk. So Gautam Buddha University, many of you know, it's a beautiful campus and spread over 500 acres, which is situated right here in Greater Noida. And we have 8 different schools, including School of Management, Engineering, Biotechnology, Buddhist Studies, Informatics and Communication Technology, Law, Justice and Governance, Humanities and Social Sciences, and Vocational Studies and Applied Science. And we have over 8,000 students and about 350 faculties in the university. And so today I will be talking about drug discovery industry, and most of my expertise is in drug discovery industry. I was associated with the industry for over 18 years, and many of you may be familiar with this funnel-shaped structure for drug discovery and development and specific molecule targeted therapies. So why it is funnel-shaped is we start with a huge number of molecules. It can be thousands or even up to millions of molecules we start with, and we start optimizing them for different properties and their efficacy, and then assess their toxicity, and then take them into clinical trials, which is a very long drawn process and an involved process. And it takes about 15 years or more for any concept or any target idea to become an actual drug in the market. And also millions of dollars, if not in billions. So, like I said, not many companies in India have taken up proprietary drug discovery. Now we understand why it's not an easy job to, take this journey. So I was fortunate to be part of one of such companies called Jubilant Therapeutics, which comes under the bigger umbrella of Jubilant Group of companies. So where I was associated with couple of such journeys where we proposed the target itself ourselves, and then worked on the target, optimized the molecule, assessed them in all different studies, and made sure that they are qualified to be taken into human trials. So 2 of our molecules, in the top 2, they are in clinical trials now. One is in India and the other one is outside the country. And you can see we put together such a nice pipeline of portfolio of products which are being tested in different stages of drug discovery. And also we could manage to out-license 2 of the assets, which shows the quality of the assets to biotech companies which are based out of the US. So that's briefly about the journey. Now that I am coming from the industry, I thought I'll try to tell you how the academia and industry work. Say we are given a problem of lung cancer. So if you look at academia, what they do is go to a molecular level and try and understand how this lung cancer can happen. So you look at a molecular level whether there is a problem, whether there is a problem in a molecule on a surface or a protein inside the cell. So they go on at a deeper level to understand where all the problem can exist, so that the lung cancer has happened. So if you look at what academia does in a nutshell, identify the problem statements. Whereas when it comes to industry, what they do is they take one problem statement and see how we can find a solution. So if it is a particular mutation of a protein, then should we look at monoclonal antibody as a therapy? Should we go for targeted therapy or antibody drug conjugates, or we should just restrict to simple chemotherapy or radiotherapy? So the industry focuses on coming up with a solution for a particular problem. So actually, if you look at how these 2 work, it's in tandem and they are completely complementary to each other. So for the survival of academia and industry, it is interdependent actually, we see. But unfortunately, currently, they both work in complete silos with very little interaction among them, if any. So why is this affecting and how the industry is working now if we are not having interaction? So even if we have to, find out a particular one target to work on, Now we are completely dependent on literature that comes out based on research from the outside countries. And why it is not that effective is because you all know that any research that gets published, it takes about 2 to 3 years. So by the time we start working on that problem, it is not current, or sometimes it is not even relevant. So we should work on a continuous basis with the academia so that we understand the current issues, and then we can start working on finding relevant solutions. So we need to open up the communication channel better so that we are perfect partners and we can work together. So from the industry perspective, what I understand, where it is lacking and what they need or what they are looking from academia is a couple of things. One is, this translational biology part, which is very critical. So if you look at this cycle of, drug discovery and development, yes, we start from the lab, make the molecules, take it to the clinic. The information that comes out of the clinic is also very important because that gives the information about where exactly the drug can be positioned in the patient population, and what else should I be looking before I put a drug in a particular patient. So it gives a lot of critical information which is essential for the current drug discovery scenario. It is not like one size fits all anymore, and people are looking into personalized medicine, for which this translational approach is very, very important. And that currently is a bottleneck for the industry because we cannot really efficiently collaborate with hospitals for various logistic reasons. And the second thing is about instrumentation. It is also very important because I am talking about biotech industries or companies that are small, not big pharma companies, and they don't have so much of bandwidth to set up a state-of-the-art central instrumentation facility, which is very essential for their research. But I see that in a lot of good academic institutions, they have good central instrumentation facilities, and one way is if we can collaborate better, these areas can be addressed by the academia for the industry. And what academia needs to learn from industry is mainly in two aspects of drug discovery. I see that they need to learn better. One is the medicinal chemistry, where you thoroughly understand your molecule and keep modifying and optimizing the molecule to get better activity, better drug-like properties, and make them more safe and efficacious. And the second part is drug metabolism and pharmacokinetics, which is very, very critical in the process of drug discovery because that's looked at as a key area for getting a drug in drug discovery perspective. So how this can be managed? So what industry can do is actually enhance the training programs and internship for students from the academia. And also we can encourage industrial PhD programs where one person from the industry can be a co-PI, and at least part of the work can be done in the industry so that they are enabled to understand how the industry works before they come out of their studies. And what academia can do is incorporate some application-oriented research in the curriculum, and it's better if it is hands-on research and not just curriculum, just reading. So how do we do it? The best way, like I said, is to collaborate. When I say collaborate, it's not just collaboration. We have to collaborate with an open mind. We have to define what the outcomes will be right at the outset, and also we need to know from the beginning what to expect from each other. So if we have these defined end goals, then the outcomes will be better and we can achieve much better outcomes. Okay, in this biotech industry and academia, there's another partner that is very important, which is the hospital setup. So unless we have a hospital setup, the translational biology piece that I was talking about, it is always going to be incomplete. So once we have a hospital also in the setup, then we are talking about setting up biobanks and then generating huge omics databases, which we can use the AI/ML approaches and then identify many gaps in the translational sciences piece. For example, for personalized medicine And if you want to identify novel drug targets, and if you want to set up a robust discovery platforms, and also identify novel drug combinations or for drug repurposing, overall you can really set up a robust discovery platform with this approach. And we can also take it all the way to clinical trials, because success of many drugs is dependent on how well the clinical trials are designed. So having all the three in place will form a very vibrant scientific ecosystem. And I think a novel personalized medicine that is discovered in India for Indians, that is certainly a possibility. Again, we are talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat from this perspective also. So if you look at our university in this regard, we are very proactive and we already have many industry collaborative programs. I am giving just a couple of examples. One is the Center of Excellence that we have set up for drone technology in partnership with Omnipresent Robot Tech and Drone Van Private Limited. Sir is here, he will talk about it later. And we have many MOAs in place. One is with Cybertech India for establishing cyber forensic lab and also enhance the capacity, and with several academic institutes to enhance collaborative research. And recently we signed an MOU with Ayush Export Promotion Council to enhance again market research, industry exposure and student internships. And these are additional collaborative programs. I'm not going into each one of them, but if you look at the major focus, for us it is mostly AI/ML based approaches, cyber security and robotics, and in increasing internship for students, which is very, very essential, and also enhancing entrepreneurship. So that's the focus, and we are already talking about semiconductors and stuff, so that's also, we were looking at all of those. And Cybertech I spoke about. Another interesting initiative from our university is setting up this knowledge cluster called Greater Noida Knowledge and Innovation Network, where it's a dynamic ecosystem which will facilitate the transition of the innovation that is coming out of the labs to go into market. And it also encourages strong collaboration between universities and all the academic institutes and research laboratories around this place. And these are some of the technologies that are developed. One is the prototype of a solar grass cutter, and there is an e-bike that our students have developed. The prototype of which is actually in our booth. If any of you have missed it, I would request you to go take a look. And we have made our own PCR purification kit, where we made our own genes and recombinant enzymes, which can be commercialized. And the last one at the bottom right is an air sampler, which can actually collect air samples with a particulate matter size of even around 2.5 micrometers. So those are some of the examples. And based on all these innovation coming out of our university, we have set up many startups in an incubation center. These are some of the ones that I'm showing here, and many of them have actually been awarded cash funding from government agencies. These are some, there are more, and these are the multitude of strategic partners that we have in place to enhance our academia as well as our research initiatives. And I think that's my last slide. With that, I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the very informative and enlightening talk on the need, the codependence, and the progress in the industry and academia skill sets. Our next speaker for today is Mr. Santosh Rai, currently heading Human Resources in L&D in the Precision Engineering and Systems team. He has a rich experience of over 2.5 decades in the field of HR and industrial relations. He has been a pivotal member in developing HR systems, policy formulation, and creating high-performance culture. He has a proven track record in aligning HR practices with business requirements, and we are curious to hear more from him. Let's give a round of applause as we invite on the podium Mr. Santosh Rai.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, GPU, Mr. Mayank from DRDO, Professor Rajiv from from the GPU, and all the dignitaries on dais, and my dear friends. So far, my prior speakers have talked about the need, but I thought I will touch upon the whole macro scenario, how the industry is looking at it, about the industry and academia connect. As you all know that I represent Larsen and Toubro, a conglomerate, which is the company is having around 6.1 lakh crores of order book, and at least we are visualizing the revenue of every year around 50 to 60,000 crores of revenue every year, and the horizon looks like it's going to be at 10 years. Every 5 years we make a Lakshya plan. Our first Lakshya is, the third Lakshya plan is going to close on year 2026, and now we are working on our Lakshya 31. Wherein in Lakshya 31 we are talking about a revenue growth of around 4 times, and the profitability growth about 2 times. I would also like to say that we are called, though we are a private company, but we are called a national company, because this company doesn't have any ownership. The company is purely driven by the employees, and the company has shareholdings from the public and the government institutions. So in a way, we are an Indian multinational, purely led by the employees, and there is no family ownership in this business. So this is all about L&D, and L&D into various verticals in the construction, hydrocarbon, technology, IT space, finance, water, defense, and heavy engineering. And our largely the business is from B2B sector, that is business to business. We are also venturing into semiconductor as well as the industrial electronics, and going forward in 2-3 years down the line, we'll set up some of the big things in this area, and already we are working on it. We are highly R&D and design oriented company, because what we believe is that anything which we work today, the whole nation and the country will reap the benefit for tomorrow. We are a company who thoroughly believes in the nation building, and my sincere thanks to the whole DRDO team for giving us the opportunity to work with the organization, and wherein we derive immense sense of satisfaction with working with one of the best scientists of the country, and learning from them and trying to imbibe some of the best practices from this organization. So, as far as industry, academia is concerned, I will talk about 2-3 things what is happening, and since a lot of students are there, I will also talk about the paradigm and mindset. If you look at why this conversation is now, if you look at our 65% young population, 7 to 8 million people enter into the labor force, 51% of the people are employable, and skill is only 4.69%. And this is the research, and this is the data from various statistics. Okay, if you find in ChatGPT will also reflect this. So what is happening? If you look at in 3-4 years, have you changed? The technology has changed so rapidly. If you look at the evolution of internet, it was like more of a frog effect. After we were not realizing that something is coming. And then it has come to the whole data and all the 4G, 5G. But in last 2 years, you look at The chat GPT is, how old this company is? This company is hardly 2 years, 3 years old company. The whole concept of chat GPT is 2 years, 3 years. In last 6 months, we are talking not only generative AI, rather than we are talking about agentic AI. So are we really ready? Are we really geared up? I tell you very honestly, we as a system, we are elephant, and we take a lot of time to move. With so much of systems, processes, bureaucracy in the place, though we talk big things, but we don't move because we are elephant. So many dimensions are there. We are a part of a large democratic system, large ecosystem, and wherein we only talk about nation building, but actually, do we think about nation building? That's the fundamental thing. So the thinking versus talking has a fundamental disconnect. I may brand myself, I may be a good orator and I talk about all these things, but how are we percolating that attitude of nation building to the bottommost level? I think that's a big area which we need to really think of. Now what employers want? Today our whole academic system is like it's a degree. In L&T, when we go for a campus, today primarily if I look at it, I look at more of an aptitude. More of an aptitude and more of a fundamental skills. Because I am assuming that I have to invest 2 years, 3 years in training, and therefore I largely rely from 1970 onwards, I am only relying on my GET skill. And people who become CEO, CMD or whatever head of the leaders, they come from the GET and PGET route because they are trained homegrown in the whole system, and hardly somebody comes from a lateral route becomes the takes the leadership position, though we have started it. The students seek hands-on experience, and thanks to the national education policy that they have started now, the credit framework for recognizing the practical training. So basically, if you talk about 4R principle, relevance, readiness, reach and results, these are the 4 principles. When we are talking about relevance, is how relevant our curriculum is, what kind of readiness we are providing to the students, and what kind of reach it has with the industry, and then ultimately it's a better placement, better productivity. So why the tie-ups matter? As I said, that NEP 2020 prioritizes intensive and experiential learning. Credit framework is in a place. And AICET, UGC is also now getting importance to the intensive. For a student, it is basically a confidence and capability building, faster transition. For academia, it's a curriculum currency, faculty development, immersion programs. And for industry, it is a predictable pipeline for students and lower onboarding cost. Ideally, it should happen, but it doesn't happen in a way. Many times, we offer intensives, and we don't find that colleges are very much connected with the student what they are learning. They only issue a letter that so and so would like to do internship, and you do it. Now it is onus lies on me if I can train that person, but the majority of the college don't have any interest what this person has learned. So proven collaboration model. We as an organization, I can proudly say that we are the largest apprenticeship company which takes the apprenticeship. We have one of the largest pool of internship, and we don't only take the internship from the colleges where we go for a campus, even it is open for everybody. We have created a separate ecosystem for internship. We have created a mentoring program. We also do some immersion program. But what are the other collaboration model is this co-design the curriculum and micro models. Like one model which is working very well with us is we in Hajira in Surat, we have a large manufacturing complex, and this complex is largely focuses on fabrication, welding and fabrication. And we have a tie-up with MSU, that is Maharaja Shahajirao University, where they do the MTech program in our sponsorship, and we take those students to our postgraduate program, which is working very well. Similarly, the shared lab. I had visited to some of the private colleges like SRM and VIT. They are doing very good job in terms of creating a shared lab with, TCS, Infosys, Dell, and some kind of incubation labs they have started. Of course, the joint research and innovation, we have tie-up with IIT Madras, IIT Mumbai, and they are also taking a lot of interest. Lot of guest lectures. If you look at the bigger IIMs, I think we go to all IIMs, they call us and we share our experience with the students. And as I said, incubation centers. Fantastic thing done by IIT Madras. In fact, one of the startup, Agnikul Cosmos, you must be knowing this outcome of this IIT Madras research fund. TCS has done a lot of good programs on virtual internship because they cater to a large number of people through virtual internship. One model with L&T is very effective is this construction skill training institute wherein we train people and we forget it whether they are joining us or not, but we train them so that India gets a lot of skill on the construction side, which is working very well. Now, how to measure the impact? We sign a lot of MOUs. Is it going to help? The MOUs are more for a media and more for a eyewash. But how much are MOUs are literally translated into that? Thorough internship, apprenticeship, and OJTs. We should have some metrics for that. How much my students are going for which colleges, what are they learning, what is their employable rate, what are their skill enhancement rate, which are the industries also. They should have an industry evaluation program wherein which are the industries which are not so serious about it. Like we do a faculty evaluation program, similarly industry evaluation program could be done. Similarly, how to address the curriculum lab. This is one of the lists. So there has to be some periodicity of reviewing the curriculum. A small immersion program for faculty bandwidth. Start small pilots. Define KPIs, monthly steering to those reviews. Use standard template and digital workflows so that you can monitor the matter. See, ultimately, unless you measure, things will not improve. You have to look at, we all have to look at that this is what my MOU is, this is what I was expecting from the institution, this is what I was expecting from the industry. There was a SLA and this SLA is being monitored, and where there are gaps we are periodically reviewing and addressing it. As I said, we have done some fantastic initiatives like our L&T EduTech is working closely with all major institutions to bridge this gap, and they are giving this curriculum, online module, contact module, they are running webinars, they are promoting digital learnings. L&T Build India Scholarship Program is there, which promoting all the students of various NITs, IITs, so that they motivate the people who are extraordinary in R&D, design, they are doing some innovation. An internship and apprentice program. These are some of the state-of-the-art learning centers in L&D. One is in Leadership Development Academy, which has a tie-up with various premier business education institutions, and it is around 1,000-acre land and a state-of-art 7-star learning facility in Lonavala. And I invite some of you to must visit it. It itself is a role model institution. We have L&T Institute of Project Management in Vadodara. We have L&T Skill Trainer Institute. Along with that, we have every corner of the country we have a training institute, and therefore the L&T is calling is called as a L&T Learning and Training. We have called L&T as a learning and training organization also. Some people call it lunch and tea also. This is what even my chairman takes very serious interest, and whenever some NITs, educational institution call, he goes, he attends, he meets the students, he meets the faculty, talk about them. So these are certain collaboration which L&T has done, like we have done with the Tata Institute of Sciences on certain skill programs. We have also done some tie-up with the Gujarat government, Arunachal Pradesh. We have a tie-up with IIT Madras, IIT Mumbai. This is what is our constant. One is the recently the MSU Baroda. This is what we are doing with these institutions. There is a constant sponsorship programs wherein every year we send students, engage with intensive, design a curriculum. We are on the board of the curriculum design. So what is the call for action? Continuously update curriculum to match evolving industry needs. Embed the practical components, lab projects and real world case institutes. Go beyond classrooms. Intensive field work, live projects, build capability and problem solving skills. Engage in industry projects to stay connected. Collaborate openly with academia on curriculum and training. Validate academic programs and provide mentorship, internship and all. So, before I say thank you, there are 2-3 things which I want to say. One is a huge mindset change is required. Huge mindset change is required amongst the faculties, amongst the governing bodies of universities and colleges. And please believe that branding plays a big role. If you are not able to brand, you will not be able to attract. Why the top 10 institutes in India are top 10 institutes? Because they have constantly focused on their brand building. If you feel that industry will come to you, why industry will come to you? Because unless industry sees value in you, industry will not come to you. So first and foremost thing, and brand building doesn't happen in one day. It requires a sustainable effort. It requires a constant effort. And 3, 4, 5 year down. It's like when you start a YouTube channel. पहले आपको 25 लोग देखते हैं, 40 लोग देखते हैं, अचानक आपको मिलियंस देखते हैं, बट अचानक वो एक दिन में नहीं होता. You have to start the journey. Second thing, the institution has to shake governments. Unless we shake the governments and the policy makers, things will not move. Okay, whole system has to be questioned. And whole system has to be re-engineered. That's the second step which I have to do. And third thing, students have to change their mindset. Okay, it's not only degree. A degree should feed you lifelong. It's degree your investment. You should push your faculty, your college, your students that we need something which is employable. Serve something today which will feed me tomorrow. If the students are not going to ask these questions, things will not change. So degree is only a costume. ये मेकअप है, एक पहनावा है. अगर आपको जिंदगी में कुछ करना है तो आमूल चूल बदलाव लाना पड़ेगा. और राष्ट्र निर्माण सिर्फ कहने से नहीं होता, सोचने से होता है. अगर आप सोचेंगे तो राष्ट्र निर्माण होगा. अगर आप कहेंगे तो राष्ट्र निर्माण नहीं होता. और इसलिए ये बहुत जरूरी है कि वॉक योर टॉक एंड लेट्स क्रिएट अ ब्रांड. एंड दैट ब्रांड इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, whether you like it or not, but ultimately brand is only the sellable things. And brand comes from the quality, from the focus, from the sustainable efforts. And that is what Dushyant Kumar says, कि कौन कहता है आसमां पे सुराग नहीं हो सकता. एक पत्थर तो तबीयत से उछालो यार. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rai. That was really, interesting to learn of so much that L&T is doing and scope for more internships, apprentices, and virtual internships and the need of the hour to really have the mindset for progress. Our fourth speaker in this speaker series is Mr. Vijay Jha, the Chief Operating Officer of DroneVan Private Limited. Mr. Jha has over 25 years of distinguished experience in aircraft maintenance and aviation operations. His extensive background spans both commercial aviation as also drone technology, a unique and rare blend of technical expertise, leadership and academic contribution. Let us now with Mr. Jha enter the world of aviation.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon. Afternoon has happened. Good afternoon to all the audience and all our co-panelists. Especially, I would like to thank the Vice Chancellor of Gautam Buddha University for inviting me kind of panel discussions, and I have gone through all this. The audios, the DVD sir and Rai sir and whoever has given the previous, they are excellent. They have their thoughts that also are valuable for the skill and your tie-up with the academia and very skills. So I will, lot of talks have been happened and I have made it bit specific as per my the previous